So I was talking to a friend of mine today about pinch harmonics and what makes it sound the way it does, and it's kind of a complicated answer, honestly, so I'm not really going to talk about that. So I'm going to talk about just how to do it. And so basically, when you hit the string with the pick and you hit it in a very certain way, then it's going to make this squealing sound. It's actually otherwise known as a squeal, and it's used a lot in like metal songs and all that. When you hit down with the pick, you're going to, in the same motion, your thumb is going to very lightly graze the string. And so it's kind of like it's scraping against the string just all in one swift motion. It's a very delicate kind of thing. It's not like you really want to like push your thumb against the string or anything like that. It's just when you pick down, your pick hits the string, and then right after, just very naturally in one motion, the thumb also grazes the string. It's like the tip of the thumb. So actually, because of that, a really good thing to do, which I only figured out like a few years ago actually, is that it's a really good idea to keep only like a little bit of the pick showing when you're picking. You don't want to have like gigantic amount of pick, picking down at the string. If you want to do stuff like pinch harmonics, you want to have like a very small amount of pick just showing, and that's actually going to make it easier to kind of clip the string with your thumb. So depending on where you pick on the string, it's going to sound a little different. It's going to create a different tone. So you can just kind of experiment with that. It's all going to have a different kind of tone. It tends to get a little more difficult when you go on the higher strings, on the higher frets. It's just a little more challenging. You have to be like very, very delicate. So it tends to be easier down here. And also just a cool little effect you could do, is a very metal kind of sounding thing, is to do a vibrato on the string like I was doing before. So you could just do a regular harmonic, like, actually I just did vibrato because I'm used to doing that. But you could just do a regular harmonic, like, or you can do a vibrato, which is going to sound different. It's going to sound more aggressive, more like metal, whatever. I know when I first did it, it was on accident, and I was like probably 15 years old. And then I actually got someone to show me. It was my sister's boyfriend at the time, and he showed me how to do it. And he told me that I finally did it. It took like 10 minutes of just like practicing, and then I finally did it for the first time intentionally. And I remember he told me that I was just like, I was this much more metal. And that was funny. I'll never forget that. I would just suggest to do it tastefully. You can do whatever you want, obviously. Just you can go all out and be real creative with it, which is great. But in the context of a song, definitely be creative, but also try to make it tasteful and musical. You don't want to just be like, or maybe you do. Who knows? Just like you can go crazy, experiment, and see what you like. And then you can kind of use it to embellish certain parts of your songs, just to make it a little more expressive. Alright, cool. Hope that helps. See ya.